Fiona from SchoolNet, welcoming you to a SchoolNet webinar. We're very pleased to have Linda Foulkes from Elkana House High School. She's an ICT teacher there, and we're privileged to have her because she runs a regular teach meet at Elkana, and she does all sorts of exciting things. At the last teach meet, I heard her presenting on these two particular topics, so I've asked her to present them today. So over to you, Linda. I'm just going to mute my microphone, and I'll be watching the chat box, and maybe you could also just keep your eye on the chat box in case anybody's got any questions. Okay, over to Linda.
Thanks, Fiona. I'm very excited to be here. I'll watch the chat box. If you see me miss something, please just interrupt. Right, so I'm going to explain two tools to you today, and the one tool is a very interesting tool to create a lesson around a YouTube video. And what essentially that means is to flip any video that you might have created or you find on YouTube and make it a customized lesson and send it to the kids so the students can interact with it. So I'm going to just run you through the presentation, and then maybe afterwards we can have some time and I can just go and show you through the computer what you would do and what it would actually look like on my side or the student side. Okay, so the first tool is edted.com. It is part of the TED series, so most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the TED Talks. It's on the same site. You can get to it the same way by going to TED.com, or you could go to edted.com. You'll see on the first slide there. Okay, so essentially just open your web browser, go to the edted.com and go. And then after that, you would need to log in or register just like any other tool that you would use. It's very, very easy process. You will notice that when I discuss the second tool, you probably will find that more streamlined and more interesting in terms of student feedback, etc. And I will go through those things when we get there. So log in or register, that is the option. And please note that for this one, you don't log on as a teacher or a student. You just sign up on the site. All right, so you log in using Facebook or your own email account. I'll just use my Gmail account there. Once you get to the site, you will find a button and you find and flip a video. So you may only find videos that are of YouTube nature. So with the other tool that I'm going to show you, you will see there are more options available. But for this particular tool, the EdTed tool, you find a video and it has to be on YouTube. So remember that you can create your own tool, your own YouTube video to use in this tool as well. As long as you've got a video uploaded maybe on a channel in YouTube, then you can access this video here as well. All right, in addition to searching for a video, you would need to also look at the options at the top of the site, because there are lessons that have already been set up by others and shared with the community. So you might find something there that you can edit to suit your classroom and use it just like it is, or change the discussions, etc., that you want to apply to flip the video. This series is actually very nice. The series is like a YouTube channel, so it will categorize it into a playlist. Very, very nice option to have there. All right, so you'll see there's how things work. There's all sorts of series that have been loaded and worked with already. Right, then once you're searching for your video, you'll get a whole list of videos that are available for a particular topic. You'll see there I've got the BYOD in education. I've just chosen one video and I'm going to refer to that video across both tools that I use. Okay, so that's the one that I'm using, and I flip my video. So the steps are very, very easy to follow. I'll click flip the video, and and I will get a couple of options. Okay, the first option, which is very important, is whether you want your video listed so that it can be searchable by others on the whole EdTed environment, or you would like to keep it unlisted, private to yourself, and share it yourself to those you want to interact with your content. All right, and then if it is listed, you also need to choose whether somebody else can flip your lesson. You'll see at the top right-hand corner there, it says flips of your lesson, yes or no. So if you want to share, that is the option you need to look at. Make sure that it's on yes. All right, and then don't forget, once it's on unlisted, you can share that video with whom you want, or a group of people. So those are very, very important options. Then this is essentially what you will have access to when you are flipping a video. You would choose the video, you would change the title if you need to. If you are using somebody else's video, you can still change the title to what you think the title should be. You would put in all your learning objectives and whatever else you want to need underneath the title of the video, and you can play the video. And while you are playing the video, you can then go and flip the lesson using the think option, which is question-based, like multiple choice questions, etc., that you can set up, or discussions. You can have a dig deeper section where you can upload resources. So say, for instance, you're speaking about BYD and education, and you've got the video playing on the screen, and you want maybe your staff or students to think about things relating to BYD, and you've got some resources, maybe live binders, etc., that you want to put in there, that is where you would add them. And then the discussions at the bottom. So there are quite a few options that you can add there on the right-hand side. Let's move on. Okay, and then just the sharing options, whether you're going to share via email or you're going to share to your social networks. You'll see the last chance there to decide whether your lesson is listed or not listed, etc. And then you send the video off. Obviously, it will be loaded into your particular area on the EdTed site. So once you have added your videos, they will become part of that under the You section on the edted.com. And you'll see on this slide, it says students, but have a look at the bottom. It says that there's a little red button that says You. Okay, and if you click on that, you will see that that is the place where all the content will be loaded, and you'll be able to see all the different types of lessons that have been viewed by students. Okay, so they can engage them independently. The fantastic part about these two tools is that you can use them on any device. I've tested it on the iPad as well as on the Galaxy Notes, and then obviously it works perfectly on your laptop. So covered with the devices if you are in a BYOD environment. All right, and then obviously you always want to be able to track what students are doing, and that is the beauty of these two tools, where you can save the history of the kids and you can see if they've actually accessed your video. So have they viewed it? Have they actually started the lesson? What have they done with the content that you asked them to do? And it is really, really, it works really, really well as a tutorial-based video. So even if you don't use it in the classroom as a whole with all the kids, you can make them go and use this as a tutorial for after school. So if they don't know what to do with a particular maths problem, you can create a video around that and then share that and then discuss options relating to the content. So that is really, really nice. Okay. Right. Okay, I see my slides are sticking a bit. Right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just switch the video onto the next tool, and then at the end we can go through physically online so that you can have a look.
Claire, thank you so much. There's a question here. Claire's asking, can one download your flipped video to hard drive?
Yes, you will be able to do that, because remember, once you flipped it, it becomes part of the EdTed series. So you just like any other YouTube video, yes.
Okay, and then Lind, I'm not sure what Lind stands for, is asking, how do you check what the kids are doing?
On the slide at the bottom, you will see that it's active students. The student name that has connected to the video is at the bottom. It says student 2. Okay, and then you have the different sections of your video. So you'll have the multiple choice questions, you'll have the open answer questions, you'll have the student responses, so they can interact with you on any discussions, and then you have the last date of activity at the bottom. And the beauty of this as well is that you can download the student responses. You'll see there's a pink arrow at the bottom of the page, and you download this in CSV format, which opens up in Excel, and you'll have your whole record of your whole class or whoever is interacting with the video. So multiple choice questions, you can see that there were none on this particular video. Okay, so it says 0 out of 0. And then you've got open answer questions. They have completed 2 out of 2 for this particular student. And then responses, you can go and click on that particular part of the table, and it says review, and you click on review, and then the teacher can go in and they can say, okay, what a great answer, we've had a wonderful discussion, let's continue it, whatever. So that review part is really, really nice to have. Also at the top, you'll see there's a whole blurb next to the U part where you've got your red U. That is yourself, and that's any updates that you send out to the recipients. But you will notice down the side there's also lessons viewed. So 2 people have viewed the lesson. One of those students have started the lesson, none have completed, and they are too busy completing it with the drafts, and then I've created the 1 lesson. Okay, so that gives you an idea, but we can have a look just now online. Are there any more questions that you want to pose at this point with regard to this presentation before I go on to the next one? Okay. Right, I'm going to load the Edpuzzle one now. I hope you still are all with me. And I'm going to show that from the beginning. Now, this is a tool that I'm really, really passionate about. I've interacted with it a lot, and I find it very streamlined. It has a clear interface. It is easy to use. It's simplistic. It gives you multiple video sources. So not only can you use YouTube videos, but you can use LearnZillion. You can go to the Khan Academy. You can use all sorts of videos that you might have uploaded on YouTube as well. So it allows you more interactivity as well. You can crop videos, you can add voice notes. So not only can you record over the whole video itself, so if you like the content and you want to record your own lesson over the whole content, you can do that, and you can have your own little voice notes at certain parts of the video. Now you'll notice in the previous one that you can set up discussions and you can set up your multiple choice questions relating to the video, but you can't actually stop the video at a certain part and add your questions embedded into the video, which this tool allows you to do. And this tool is called Edpuzzle. I really, really love it. The other thing I must mention as well is that they have an amazing support team. It is really, really awesome, because you often use a tool and you might want to think about things that you might want to add to the tool that would benefit you in the classroom. And you maybe want to know what's coming next, what have they got in store for the actual tool that you're using. And the support team, especially the guy called Quim, you will see that if you do sign up on the site, you'll get an email from Quim, and he will ask you whether you have used the tool, if there's anything you'd like to add to the tool, etc. Okay, so that I've really, really found wonderful. And he sent me also a little PDF of using the tool actually, and I've added some of those slides at the bottom of this presentation so that you can see what's coming. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next slide. This is where you sign up. So you go to edpuzzle.com. The other one is edted.com. This is edpuzzle.com. And you'll notice the difference here. You sign in as a teacher or a student. So immediately you are going to have different roles within the program. You sign up in exactly the same way as any other tool. It is so much easier than filling out your whole history of what you've had for breakfast, etc. It is really, really clean and neat and easy to use. Okay, so there I've just got a screenshot. There's edpuzzle.com at the top, and it is showing you student 1 is logging on. Now note on the side that you can also log in here with Google. Okay, so you can use your Google account to log in. On the other tool, it was Facebook. So you log in just by using a nickname and a password. No additional information needs to be placed in there. Right. Okay, that's just the page again. And this is just the email. I'll put this in here to show you that how Quim interacts with you. He's really, really great. So that you can have a look at later. And then on the side, you actually can't see it now because of my display. On the slide at the top, it will tell you that you have a student logon or you have a teacher logon. So this is the main page, and that green little border around there that you see sticking out, I don't know if you are seeing the whole of the presentation, but I'm only seeing a little bit. All right, so at the top it will give you a little blurb of your videos, your classes, and whoever is logged on. Now this is where you search for a video. So to find a video, you can search for it on Edpuzzle, or you can search for it on YouTube, Khan Academy, or Learn Zillion. And remember again that when you're on YouTube, you can search for your own video under the own channel that you are using. Search is the same. Okay, so one video, exactly the same as the other tool. You will choose from this page though whether you would like to actually save the video as is. Okay, so use it as is. You'll see at the bottom there on the right. Make it yours. Okay. Use it as it is, or save it as a video that you want to use as is. Okay. Once you are in the environment and you have the log on, you will add your class. Very simple to add, and once you're done, you get the code to the kids, and you basically just need them to sign up on the site afterwards with that code so that they can add it to their classes. So there I have my classes. I add my class, fill out the details, what class I'm going to use it for, what grade, maybe subject, whatever you want. And you are generated a class code. Now with this tool, it gives you lots of help. So you'll be able to view demo videos as you go along. If you're stuck with a certain thing, you will notice that when I get a little bit further in the presentation, if you want to crop a video, they show you exactly how. Plain, simple, everybody can understand. So there's your class code. You can watch a tutorial if you like. You enter the class code as student. Okay, so this is a student page now, and he would join the class over there on the right. These are the little videos that I was telling you about. So on each part of your video editing, as it were, when you flip the video, you will be allowed to crop, add voice notes, or otherwise stop in the middle of a video and ask a question relating to the content that you have right in front of you. So cutting a video is very simple. You just drag the slider. Maybe you only want part of the lesson that's been presented, cut it out, add your voice notes, record over the whole video if you like, and then add some discussions or some questions that you want the kids to think about throughout the video. Okay, and this is the part I love, because this is your student track progress page, and it allows you to see in live mode what is happening with a particular student or the students that you have signed up as a whole. So it allows you to turn that live mode on and off. So it's really useful if you are in class and you are doing this as part of your formal day. Then you can have live mode on and the kids can interact with the content using their devices, and you'll be able to see exactly when they have watched or seen, or if you've given a grade. You will see assignments that are unstarted, and yeah, if anybody needs any help, it will be under the help section. Okay, and you'll see on the right there's a grade open questions button as well. So it's really, really wonderful summary of progress here. This is a slide that was popped in via the presentation that was given to me by Quim, and he has given me a little bit more info so that you can understand what's happening with the tracking of a lesson. You have in classroom and homework options, so you can change that to be actually online in the classroom or for homework offline. So those are the two buttons that I was referring to earlier. And then you will see the questions. It will come up with your question that actually you can scroll at the top. There's an arrow on the left and on the right that will refer to the questions that you have actually placed in the video. So if they've answered the question, you will see that the grade would be there. Okay, so you'll see in the middle there, easily grade open the questions. It only takes 1 minute. It's really, really quick. And you will see their understanding from the top. So you've got question 1, okay, 67%, 33% for question 5, etc. So it's really, really great because you can address those problems right there on the video if you see them cropping up. All right, and then at the bottom there's the homework. Okay, so if a particular student has not watched the video, then you can deal with that in your own way from that point. So it's a really, really great tool. This is a slide of the new features that have been added now, and they've been added actually since I've been working with this. And you will notice there's a little video news on the right hand side, and you can see how many times a student had to go back, had to refer to the video. You will see that maybe certain parts of the video a student struggles with, they need to watch it more than once, and you will get those stats, which is really great. So that's the progress that you need. And then the other benefit is to allow the students, if they forget their password, the teacher can actually go in and change it for them. So they've added that tool into the whole environment for the teacher. So it just makes life easier, because often the kids forget their password. So you can assign it for them and maybe make a generic one. And there's teachers that can use the other lessons, of course, and then the one code for all the students to join the class. That is an amazing feature, because you really, really don't want different codes and different people. Right. These are the features that have been added, and I think this can really, really enhance the experience for the student and the teacher. For tagging videos, we all know if we tag things, we can search, we can find them more easily relating to a topic or a language or subject. And then also the playlists. You'll note that on the first video, they had playlists set up already as series, and Quim is now busy working on this. So all your lessons relating to a particular subject will be under a playlist, so you can add them as you wish. And then the research function as well, how their videos are organized. And the interaction is the last thing, so you can enable them to ask more questions, okay, and receive immediate feedback. So they're working on all those 4 things in addition to the new things that they have added. So it's a really, really great tool to use. So that's the end of the presentation. What I'm going to do is try and go back to my questions. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the SchoolNet Adobe Connect, and let's just see if we can answer some questions. I'm going to stop my sharing. Okay. Okay.
Great, Linda. Thank you. I'll tell you there is one question from Magda.
Sorry?
Magda or Magda. How would one type math symbols? How would one type math
That
symbols
could be quite a
on
challenge.
one of these videos?
Yes, but I think that,
you know, when you...
I don't know what software you use at the
That's
moment
something...
to do that, but if you're using Word or one of those programs, maybe an equation editor in Word, I'm sure that you could actually copy and paste the information in. I know it's tedious, but I'm sure that you could do that. I can experiment with this if you like, and then I can obviously interact with those who want to know more. From the SchoolNet blog, I'm sure they can find my details there and get back to me on that. But I'm happy to do any research like that. I'm sure it would work. Any other questions?
Well, thank you very much, Linda, for presenting today, and thank you everybody for attending. Today was our last webinar for the year, so in the new year we'll be in touch with you to let you know the program. But thanks so much for coming.